I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? I don't think that I could live no other way. Truth be told, I'm living now on an A. Now to see them blessings in the modern day. The Lord I serve, He give them to me every day. I'm forgiven, I'm forgiven. See, I done been forgiven, now I'm living. And when I say I love, I mean it. Cause none of this be nothing if He come in a business. I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you?
Love him, I love him. Love him, I 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 love him, love him, love him, I love him.
You ain't got the money moving by yourself. And you know you did it with a lot of air. You know it's only one, it ain't nobody else. You got me talking strong and I ain't rich, I'm talking well. I'm forgiving, I'm forgiving. See, I done been forgiven, now I'm living. And when I say I love, I mean it. Cause none of this be nothing if He come in a message, y'all. I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you?
Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, love him, love him, love him, love him, I love him.
Wanted you to fall. You remember I do. You could've lost it all. You remember I do. No one can tell you all. Oh, he got you covered. Protect the spine at all. That's what makes me love him. I don't need a reason to fall on my knees and tell him how I feel in my heart. And let him know I love. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you?
Love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, I love him, I love him. Love him, love him, love him, love him, I love him.
All right, y'all. Welcome to the Clubhouse Room, the Love Experience. I am Ashley J, and I am a relationship and dating coach, a wife, mother, author, speaker, and so many other things. And I appreciate you guys stopping in and wait a minute, sorry. I thank you guys so much for coming in and listening to our discussion today. And let's see, I want to let you know that we are having a virtual women's experience on June 24th through 25th. You can click the link on above my head and YouTube. I will be putting the link in the description. And you don't want to miss this, y'all. You don't want to miss this women's experience because it's going to be some great things that we are sharing with you. It's going to be myself, Jasmine Dash, and Jessica McNeil. And God has given us some power to share with you guys, and you need to be there for it, whether you're married, single, whatever. You need to come and be part of this women's experience. Not today. June 24th through 25th. Okay. What else is happening? Every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, you will be part of the show that I created, The Love Experience. And what do I mean be part of? You want to come and watch and join the audience. And if you want to be a guest, you can do that too. Okay. The Love Experience show is a great show that I created, and you don't want to miss any episode because every episode is awesome. Okay. Do I want to share anything else with y'all? I don't think so. So today I'm trying something new. Today I am streaming our Clubhouse room onto my YouTube channel. It's Ashley J's. I finally figured out a way to do it, and I'm being obedient to the Lord, and I'm doing it. I'm getting it done. So if you want to see what I'm looking like live while I'm having these discussions with y'all, hop on over to It's Ashley J's so that you can view me live in action. Okay. Go ahead and ping people in the room, share the room with everybody in the Clubhouse hallway, and let's jump into our discussion. So you see the title of the room today, I'm addicted to you. And every time I say I'm addicted to you, it makes me think about this song back in, I guess, the early 2000s. Cassie, and she had a song, I'm addicted to you. At least I believe in my memory that's what it said, and I should have looked it up, but I think that's what it said. And that song was that was a popping song back in the day, and it makes me think about that when I say I'm addicted to you. So what does this mean? Let me start by telling you a story. Okay. I knew this girl, right? And her name just happens to be Ashley, right? And I know her very well. Y'all know her. Ashley J. Okay. And back a long, long time ago, Ashley J had an addiction problem. Yep, that might surprise some of y'all, but Ashley J had an addiction problem. And that addiction problem, it wasn't drugs, it wasn't alcohol, it was a man. I was addicted to a man. I was addicted to somebody chocolate who was very, very handsome. And he did not check all the boxes for me, but it was something about him that I couldn't let go. I took a bite of that chocolate and was stuck on it for a long time. Okay. And I could not figure out what it was that kept drawing me back to him. And when I thought about what I wanted to talk about today, the light bulb came on. I was addicted to that man. Okay. I was addicted to him. So I want you to know that I have been addicted to someone before. So I think I might be an expert on this topic, okay? And I feel like, okay, so what happened when I was addicted to him, you may ask. Well, what happened was, Ashley J, she couldn't get enough of this man. She could not get enough of him at all. She had to always be around this man. She had to be up under this man. She had to be, she had to be just try to be everything she could be to this man. And it was making Ashley crazy trying to do all of that. It was making me crazy. But guess what? The crazy didn't matter because I had to be part of this man's life, no matter how I was part of his life. Okay. So before I go any further, let me explain what an addiction is to you. An addiction to someone involves obsessive thoughts about the relationship, feelings of hope, anticipation, and waiting, confusion, and desperation. And when I look at all that, you can find that in an article on Good Therapy. When I look at that definition of what it's like to be addicted to somebody, I was all of those things. All of that was wrapped up in one. I just knew he and I was going to get married. I just knew he and I were meant to be together, no matter what other stuff was telling me. I just knew he was meant for me. I knew I was supposed to be with this dude, right? And I just knew that things were going to turn around eventually. I knew that stuff was going to turn around. And I waited and waited and waited for him to change the way he thought of me. I waited for him to get on my level when it came to this relationship that we had, that really honestly was a relationship I had in my mind. Because here's the reality of it. Now, addicted Ashley saw the relationship like, yeah, he can't get enough of me. Yeah, we going to be tight. This is going to be something that lasts forever. The reality side of things was he could care less about what was going on with me. He was jealous because when he thought somebody was stepping in on his territory, he was ready to fight. It wasn't really about me. It was about the fact that he thought somebody had an interest in me, and they were going to take me away from him. Somebody who was backing him no matter what. He thought that they were going to take me away from him in that aspect. Okay. He was living with somebody else. Okay. Addicted Ashley was like, yeah, oh my gosh, we spend so much time together. Oh my gosh, we have so much fun. We're here in different places all the time, and this is so great. But the reality was he didn't take me to his house often because somebody else was there. But because I was addicted, I didn't care about that. I just needed my hit. That's all I needed. Now, let me stop and ask y'all, can anybody identify with this? And I'm totally okay with this just being by myself, with me experiencing this type of thing by myself. But anybody else felt like this or experienced anything like this? Okay, cool. So, I mean, this thing, just like with any other addiction, this thing was making a mess out of my life. And I didn't know that it was making a mess out of my life. I didn't know that what I was doing was creating an idol that I was worshiping. Yeah, that's what the Lord told me when I was going over this subject and how I was going to present it to you guys and asking him for direction. He was like, all that is creating an idol that's taking my place. And I was like, oh, okay. Wow, Lord. I didn't even think about that. Wow. I put somebody in a place where you should have been. I couldn't believe it. That blew my mind when he told me that. So the Bible talks pretty frequently about idolatry and how we should not worship idols. And me being addicted to this guy, that was idol worship because nothing else mattered except for him. Everything that I was doing to please him. And that is not how we should be in relationships. And here's another thing. When I got with Tariq, now mind you, after that 1 year break that I had, some things still were there that I didn't recognize until I got with someone else. So in that time when I got with Tariq, after I moved here to Georgia, there was it was a point where he had to say to me, hey, listen, I need you to get a hobby, or I need you to do something, because you are trying to be up under me too much. And all that translated in my mind was, oh my God, he doesn't want me around him. But as I sit back and contemplate this topic, what he was saying was, I don't want you to have this addiction to me, because that's what was starting. that power of addiction was not completely broken because I did not realize that there was an addiction there. I did not realize that I was perpetuating the same patterns, or trying to perpetuate the same patterns that I had in that previous relationship. And then is when, because it was brought to my mind, it was like, okay, after some time, because I had an attitude, y'all, for real. I'm gonna be straight up. I had an attitude that he said that to me. But after I got me some business to mind, I was like, you know what? He was right. I was trying to be up under him way too much. What was going on with me? He was so right. And that's when, because my attention was being averted to other things, I was able to pay attention to other things. Because of that, that's when I was able to break the pattern of addiction. Because I had to realize, you know what? I can't put a man in that same place that I was putting that other guy in. That was not godly. That left me messed up. That left me heartbroken. I can't believe that I was really stuck on somebody. Now, when I was in my break, that realization that I was really stuck on somebody was there. But because it was not known that it was an addiction, the addictive habit was still there. Does that make sense to y'all? Is that making sense? So I had to get me some business. That's the first thing I had to do. Had to get me some business. I think right after that, I enrolled in school. And that took up a lot of my time. And I started hanging out with some people that I met at work. That took up some more of my time. So the time that Tariq and I had was a healthier time because he wasn't feeling smothered. And I had some other things to take my attention away from being solely on him. And we could be happy together because that, things had changed. So that is where get the breakage of the addiction came. And because my mind was focused on other things, because after that, after school, I was like, well, you know what? I want to go back to school. I want to get my master's degree. Okay, got my master's degree. After that, I was like, man, I want to get my PhD. That part didn't happen yet. That's still part of the plan. But I have other things. In between those times, I had my child, I got married, and started my business, and got a whole bunch of stuff that is taking my mind off of wanting to have that hit. And all that really was also, the Lord just brought this to me. All that really was also was fulfillment, a void. I was trying to fill a void that was in my heart. I was trying to fill that void of, you know what? I need somebody to love me the way I want to be loved, the way I'm loving them. I need somebody that's going to love me that same exact way. But can you imagine if somebody loved me the same way that I thought I was loving? Oh my gosh, that would be a disaster. That would be a complete disaster. So you have to take the idols off of the places that you place them in. And that you may not be addicted to a person. You could be addicted to something else. But you're creating an idol in a place that where God is supposed to be. And I'm going to pause there. Anybody want to add anything? Go ahead and do so.
That's a very important topic, because we make a lot of things an idol, and a lot of things we get addicted to quickly, and we still praise God, we still tell God we love him, but in the midst of it, we still have areas that we have not relinquished to the Father. We allow other things because of feelings. because of affection to take the place, and we think it's okay. So yeah, there's a lot of things, especially with women and wanting love and want to feel the affections and want to just be in a place where someone is there to you said you enjoy being around Miss you was looking for love. One of the things I was just telling my sister the other day, I was telling her, I said that all my life was showing that one of the things I was looking for was someone to put me in a place where I felt secure and I felt needed. Sometimes we realize what position we're in or what we're allowing to attach ourselves to it because of things in the past, because of things we're not, we haven't released.